Today we're reviewing the 24-70mm F2.8 DGDN from Sigma.
So we got this zoom lens as an all-in-one lens to take with us because we're going to be doing a lot more traveling over the next year, and we didn't want to be bringing multiple of our prime lenses, but we still wanted a lens that was going to be sharp enough that we could use it for all of our photos. Right away you can feel the quality of this lens. It has an almost all metal build, so out of the other leading competitor lenses, this one does feel like it is the most robust, and it just feels like really good quality. It's slightly over 800 grams, so it is heavy, but it's not as heavy as their version 1.
Since we are going to be doing a lot of traveling, weatherproofing was important. Although we haven't used it in conditions that would require weatherproofing, my understanding is the weatherproofing is done very well on this lens. Moving up the lens, they do have an aperture ring, which is really nice that this one is included. You can have it where it's smooth, or you can click this button and you'll now have clicks. And then you'll also be able to lock the aperture ring as well with this one.
The next ring on this lens is actually the zoom ring, and I would say this is a very smooth zoom ring. It's really easy to maneuver. Once you get to the focal length that you want and you have focused your camera, you can actually press this button right here and it will lock the focus, so you don't have to worry about refocusing. And they also make it really easy to toggle between autofocus and manual focus with this switch right here, so you can switch very easily between focus modes.
There is one more button right here, and this actually locks the zoom ring. The zoom ring won't move, but if you do get a very hard pull, it will actually unclick it. So it is just nice so you don't accidentally do it, but you can still unlock it with a big pull. So this is the external distance that you're gonna get from the actual zoom once you hit 70. And going one further, this is the actual manual focus ring. It is buttery smooth and doesn't take much to move at all. This is just literally my thumb, so you can do a lot of really micro movements if you're doing manual focus. It does come with a pedal lens hood that also clicks into place with this button, which I do really like. You can click it off, and then obviously to put it on the correct way, you can put it just like this. But I do really appreciate that you can put it backwards because I don't like carrying these separately. I like having them on the lens at all times. The last feature about the actual physical body would be the 82mm lens threading on the outside. So we have a UV filter on right now. This one screws in with 82mm.
In terms of the functionality of this lens, we have found the autofocus to be lightning fast, never have any issues with our autofocusing when we're out and about.
Yeah, it honestly rivals the Sony native lens as well, so I do appreciate that. We haven't noticed any type of blurriness at the edges of our photos. It is completely sharp from 24 all the way to 70.
And that was one thing we were kind of worried about because we are normally used to shooting with prime lenses, and we wanted a zoom lens that would still be just as sharp all the way to the edges, and we have noticed no difference.
Yeah, and another thing we really wanted to do, because we are using this for video and there's not a lot of focus breathing, which was really, really important to us. We've had other lenses that have really big focus breathing. Not one thing we've noticed with this one, so that is very pleasant.
The other thing we love about this lens is the bokeh. It is so buttery. It's very, very nice.
And although this does fit in the mid-range price point, you're getting so much value with this lens. Pairing it onto a A7 III like we have, I truly believe this is the best bang for your buck that you're gonna get in terms of professional kit at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to get into Sigma or get your first zoom lens that's not part of the kit lens, we couldn't recommend this enough.